Welcome back to the Cronkite Sports Report. I'm Adam Schwager. The entire project is estimated to take $2.1 billion to complete, 1.9 of which will be privately financed by the Coyotes ownership group. Arizona officials want to ride what they believe to be a nationwide red wave to victories up and down the Arizona ballot. For me, I'm looking to try one of these deep fried cheesecake slices. Delicious. Adair participated in her first ever Pac-12 Media Day, where the new head coach addressed her expectations for the upcoming season. The team hopes that the promotions can help rock the mullet tonight. For Richard, Shamrock football is a family affair, as the quarterback grew up in and around the program. Looking at Thanksgiving in Phoenix, it's going to be 71 degrees and sunny, perfect for a little turkey bowl football action, maybe before, maybe after, to burn off some of those calories. Looking at the numbers, in 2021, the Arizona Soccer Association reported that 63% of their officials are under the age of 18. Currently, this area is a city-owned landfill near the Tempe Town Lake waterfront. This artist rendering shows what the area on Rio Salado Parkway and Priest Drive would look like if this project gets completed. The 46-acre project would include the Coyotes' new home in Tempe, a smaller music venue, 2 new hotels, apartment units, shops, and restaurants. The new development would dramatically expand that downtown area in Tempe, but what will it cost? The entire project is estimated to take $2.1 billion to complete, 1.9 of which will be privately financed by the Coyotes ownership group. The other portion, estimated to be $209 million and capped at $229 million, will be funded by bonds. Those bonds will be repaid to the city through new taxes. And speaking of taxes, there will be no new state or regional taxes passed on to the citizens. The only new taxes will be through on-site sales. So if you never purchase anything at the arena, there will be no impact to your wallet. The city is also giving the developers a G-plet, a form of property tax forgiveness that sites that generate economic impact for the city. Unlike all the other major arenas in the state of Arizona, which have G-plets in perpetuity, Tempe is granting a 30-year G-plet for the arena, practice facility, and music venue, while granting an 8-year G-plet for the other sites on the campus. And last but not least, how long will this take? The arena right here, that's the first priority. That's going to get done first. The whole rest of that right side, that is phase 1, which they aim to complete in about 5 years. They hope to get the rest of it with phase 2 on this left side done 10 years after ground break. Should the Coyotes get the necessary signatures, the referendum will take place on May 16th. At the Google touchscreen, Adam Schwager, Cronkite News. Quarterback Richard Stallworth takes his typical passing game reps in anticipation for Friday night. But this week, the QB enters practice with a new title, all-time passing touchdown leader in the state of Arizona.
I actually didn't even know how close I was when we started that game, and they announced it, and it was really special. It was a really good feeling.
Stallworth threw 6 touchdown passes in last week's victory over Buckeye, including the record-breaking 84-yard shovel pass to longtime teammate and fellow senior Jared Marquez.
So after I run down the field, I came back onto the sideline, and they were over there hugging Richard, and I was like, what was going on? And then he finally told me that I was the one that got the record, broke the record for him.
Typically, Yuma Catholic doesn't get the same kind of attention as the football powerhouses in the Valley. However, after Stallworth led the team to back-to-back 3A state title games, that's starting to change.
We're excited that they're starting to pay attention. We're just hoping to continue that success for those young men, because really they shouldn't be short of the opportunity, because it's a remote place to get.
For Richard, Shamrock football is a family affair, as the quarterback grew up in and around the program. Richard's father, Rhett Stallworth, has coached Yuma Catholic football for 14 of the last 16 years, and his brother Rocky is a sophomore on the team.
The whole family grew up in football, and they grew up out on the fields running around when they were toddlers, and it was kind of like their babysitting was just turn them free on the field.
Entering tonight's game against Glendale, Stallworth only needs 469 more passing yards to break another career state record, currently held by Spencer Rattler.
Last year, when someone told me, hey, Spencer Rattler's record's within your reach, it's a light bulb that goes off in your head. Because always someone's going to look up there and say, who passed Spencer Rattler's record? It's going to be a kid from Yuma, Arizona. That's a great feeling.
As a coach, Rhett Stallworth certainly appreciates Richard's 27-4 record as a starter since taking the job as a sophomore. But as his father, it means that much more.
You know, you only get this life one time, and for me, that's been a very enjoyable part of my life, is to see those guys grow up out there on that field and turn into young men out there because of what we believe football teaches young men.
Now in 4A, Stallworth will attempt to finally break through and win a state championship for Yuma Catholic this winter. In Yuma, Adam Schwager, Cronkite News. In her free time, you can find Amber Guerreri here, in this North Phoenix gym, working up a sweat and lifting weights in an effort to lift the burden of a lifetime spent addicted to drugs.
I started using meth at the age of 17, and I pretty much used for 12 years until I was 29.
The California native grew up with parents who also struggled with addiction. Guerreri came to Arizona after getting arrested and briefly incarcerated here.
I basically was in the cell, and I was like, I gotta make a decision, like, do I want this to be my life, or do I wanna change it?
Several years later, Guerreri is now one of the Barbell Saves Project's longest-standing patrons, attending over 200 classes since last August. The CrossFit gym, created specifically for those recovering from addiction, has become Guerreri's primary stress reliever.
I come to get me out of my head and get me, because I know when I leave this place, I'm gonna feel better than I did walking in.
Funded with grant money, the Barbell Saves Project is the brainchild of Rob Best, who suffered from an opioid addiction in his 20s. During his recovery, Best became obsessed with fitness and nutrition. This led him to start his own CrossFit gym that became the precursor to the Barbell Saves Project.
I love helping these guys in the house, like, eat better. I'm watching all these YouTube videos about exercise, about nutrition, and then it finally kind of hits me. I'm like, well, shoot, maybe I should make this a job.
Classes are free for anyone, but participants must be at least 48 hours sober. Each class begins with community time before running through an hour-long workout routine that can be adjusted to fit any level of fitness.
1, 2, 3.
Community members who've completed at least 3 classes are gifted a pair of sneakers from No Bull, a CrossFit training apparel company that has partnered with the project.
I mean, being able to offer them a shoe like a Noble is awesome. I mean, most of them will take the shoes off after the workout and try to return them to me, right? They're like, oh, I thought it was just to borrow their bowling shoes or something. Like, no, they're yours. You get to take them home with you.
While the shoes are a nice incentive, the project's value comes from the people within. The members and coaches relate to each other on a personal level.
All of our coaches here are either in recovery themselves or have lived life experience, so we can absolutely relate to what our members are going through and experiencing firsthand.
Tammy Saunders is one of the program's lead coaches, who used CrossFit to help turn around her life. She believes CrossFit is uniquely designed to help recoveries.
CrossFit is really based on community. Even though you show up and you might be afraid or you might be nervous, it's okay, we're all scared and we're all nervous.
For Guerreri, that community meant a lot this year. Earlier in her life, the death of her 10-year partner helped trigger her first relapse. This fall, when personal tragedy struck again, the gym was there for her.
This year I lost my dad 6 months ago, and my grandfather about a month ago, so this place really is the support system for me, and definitely helps keep me sober, especially during this last year's been rough. So I'm so happy that I found this place.
A place where people like Guerreri can aid their mental strength by testing their physical strength. A place that can heal the body to save the mind. In Phoenix, Adam Schwager, Cronkite Sports Report.